I tell you what, my girlfriend is the world's best cook. But man, it's really easy to make some simple food that tastes so good. Oh, I put cottage cheese in here too. Forgot about that. Increase the protein a little bit with some cottage cheese. Eggs, one of the only real superfoods on planet Earth. I know there's like descriptors or there's like a definition of what a superfood is, but I don't really think it's real. I think we need a lot of different things. But I do think everyone, as long as you can tolerate and enjoy eggs, everyone should eat eggs. You should be having meat. I think people were meant for a lot of it. But I know, when it comes to the modern world, you have people that are like, no, you should never have fat. No, you should never have carbs. You should never have veggies. You should never have meat. You should never have fruit. I think we have like diets like that for everybody. Um, but it seems, if you look back at more primal human, kind of ate a variety of everything. Everything that was real. Berries and fruit, veggies. I don't necessarily know deep into it about how much of grain and stuff we were consuming, but I know we've made bread for a long time. But all the basic stuff, that's what all humans have probably really evolved with. And in today's world we get hyper selective. And I really think it just has to do with, I guess, what I've mentioned in numerous times is in the health realm, in order to teach you how to be healthy, I really have to sell you something to make a living out of it, right? Like if I wanted to just help people for free, and I want to help a lot of people, I gotta have a lot of resources. Well, I gotta sell you something in order to continue helping people, so that I can have a business around it. And if I have a business around it, I'm making money. And if I'm making money for a lot of people, that's selling a thing. Well, a lot of people, to get healthier, you need the 80-20 rule, and you need to not be overweight. That's a big portion. And I think people overstep to make money by promoting stupid things, fad diet trends, certain supplements, certain ways to lift weights, certain routines, certain times to do certain things to enhance, or the only way it works, the secret to be able to lose weight and be healthy. And I just think it's all fucking bullshit, but I think that's where it all came from. Because the reality is, to be healthy, you usually have to monitor and be more aware. In fact, my whole program, when I had over 100 patients and I was running a medical weight loss program, I realized by the end of it, everything came down to one word. And that word was awareness. I can't sell you awareness. I can tell you, hey, if you want to change your entire life, probably paying attention to everything, what makes you feel certain ways, why you're doing certain things. If you were to really look at things that way and have more awareness, you'd probably hit all your health goals. But how, okay, now pay me. Like, how do I have to design a product around that. And for most people, that's how they make money is, oh, I sell this supplement. This diet is the only way. And people get too tribal about it. And then you have this blah, 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 misinformation. And I think we're starting to come into a world where people are starting to realize we've got it all wrong in that sense. And technology spurred this misinformation. But really, we just got to eat real food, move, move around quite a bit, have great relationships, especially in today's world. That's tough. That's a mental health crisis in itself. Like the Blue Zones, they talk about the Blue Zones book being totally bullshit, right? Topo Chico. If you don't have it, you need to get it. The Blue Zones was this whole idea. If you've never heard of it, the Blue Zones are these certain pockets on Earth where people live to over 100. But what they really found, and some of it was totally like people were using dead people's social security numbers to collect social security income, and so that raised the age of people in that per capita because they were dead. That was kind of a conspiracy around it. But the reality is the people in these pockets that are living a long time are really harmonious with nature. But one of the biggest profound things that they found about it was these people have profound and deep relationships and meaningful connections. So I read the book Ikigai, which kind of glosses over the blue zones, but they kind of investigated why these people in Japan really live a long time, and it's Ikigai. And Ikigai is really finding your purpose, your community and sense of well-being, and you combine this all, and that's Ikigai. But the thing that the Western world lacks, and I remember, I'll never forget this picture in the book, and it's the picture in the book Ikigai of these Japanese ladies, and they're all sitting around this house, this one lady's house. There's like five of them, right? And they're playing this game. They're like throwing stuff. It almost looks like bags or something. And it says pictured is this lady to the right, 92, to her left, 94, to her left, the owner of the house, 96, and then their youngin' friend, who was 88. And these women were playing a game, they were having a good time, and it dawned on me that, oh, yeah. Okay, so technology and today's influencers and the misinformation spurs us to what I used to think, even as when I was first a coach. I used to think that, okay, in order to be really healthy, you have to be able to manage and monitor all this stuff at the exact same time, which means you do have to give up a lot of the social stuff. You can't go to dinners anymore, which means you really can't have a whole lot of friends. And when you hang out with friends or family, what do? You eat and drink, and so you probably shouldn't be doing that, which means you kind of almost have to be a loner. And so I thought, well, that's just the way it works. That's how you be healthy. And fast forward to the book Ikigai, where I saw this picture of these ladies, apparently relationships in profound, meaningful connection to another human, because that's why we're all here, right? Is the source of living a long time. Who wants to be 96 years old when you've not had anyone in your life to talk to for 5 years, for 10 years, for 20 years? You could be in the best shape of your life, but if you have no one to share life with, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but I guess it was, oh yeah, the spread of misinformation and how to lose weight, how to get healthier. It's all of these bullshit things that people are promoting. It's just follow the basics, and I'm gonna keep promoting more of the basics. Let me know if you like videos like this. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do to get back into the swing of how I can be creative and make fitness more fun.